whoever takes bath in Ganga river, all of their sins get destroyed. Like Gita, when you study Gita, your all sins get destroyed. There are 18 names of Bhagavad-gita. How many? 18 names. The first name is Ganga. So when you do kirtan, you get liberation from the three fires of Maya. But the three fires of Maya, we get free from them when we study Gita. You're a very nice listener. Third name is Savitri. Savitri means even with the chastity, the woman protects her husband. With chastity, woman protects her husband. Savitri Satyavan. What? So her wife is named was Savitri, and one was a chaste woman. Savitri, if a Sati Nari so when she protected her husband, even the king of hell could not take the soul of her husband. So Yamaraj, she said, Yamaraj, you cannot take my husband away. There's a rule that in material world, after death, where do you have to go? Like people go to hell, to the place of hell. Where do we go? Yamlok. So there they will give us punishment. So we are all sinners, right? We all are sinners. For this regard, we are in this material world. Where do the sinners go? Then they go to the hell. Here, there is good deeds or bad deeds. People do bad deeds, pap. Every second you might unknowingly you are doing bad deeds, pap. Like you are killing little ants while walking. The little ants come on our feet, and hence then it's a problem. So it's an unknowing sin we commit. Unknowing sinful activity. So there are two things: knowing sinful activity and unknowing sinful activity. So one is done knowingly and one is done unknowingly. For this regard, there are so many sinful activities, and the king of hell decides what is a good deed and what is a bad deed, what is pap and what is punya. So Yamaraj says that your husband, I have to take the soul of your husband. He said, no, you cannot take away the life of my husband. So after a lot of conversation, Yamaraj said, You take a benediction. What? What? Take a benediction? No. I will. So Savitri, what did she say? So Yamaraj said, you take a benediction, but you give me the life of your husband. But then she asked the benediction. She had money, wealth, everything. She asked for a benediction. Yamaraj gave him a benediction. So if the husband is not there, then how will she have the son? So she wanted a son. So Yamaraj, then he had to leave the soul of her husband also. So Satyavan remained alive. Savitri, with her chastity, she protected her husband's life. So exactly like this, if you study Gita, the conditioned souls, they are protected. They don't have to go to hell. They don't have to go to hell because they are protected. Gita. They're studying Gita. So Ramachandra, one day, in silence, so like Sita was a chastity, she did not know anything else apart from Ramachandra. So Tulsidas, Hanuman, he said that I have seen the dead body of Sita-devi, or have you seen the living Sita-devi? Hanuman said, I have seen living Sita. Ramachandra said, how? My father Dashrath Maharaj has passed away, and in my separation my father has died, and how possible Sita Devi is alive in my separation? So, so Hanuman said, Namapar. So Sita Devi always, she is chanting your name's two-letter name. She is chanting your name, and this is Par. Namapar, like chanting names again and again. So how did she protect her life? By chanting this name again and again. Dhyan tumhara kapat. What else she is doing? There are two security guards outside, Ra and Ma. So these are like the security guards, Ram. Dhyan tumhara kapat. What does that mean? That Sita Devi, she is completely absorbed in you and thinking always about you. So this is compared to like a gate. With Sita Devi, her eyes are focused on your lotus, on imagining your lotus feet. She's not looking at anywhere else. like she's locked her eyes in one subject. So Sita-devi, she would have given up her life in separation, but only by chanting the holy name Ram, she, the name Ram, it's become like a security guard for her. And Sita-devi is thinking about Ramachandra always. Kapat means it's like a door, just protecting Sita-devi, and it's locked. So what happens when we are absorbed in something? And she's focused on the lotus feet of Ramchandra. And it's like locked her consciousness on one thing. Then how possible she will die? Do you understand? Sita Devi's life is in her heart. So how possible she will die? She is already absorbed in Ram. So Hanuman is saying, Bhat means the road. Bhat means road. So there's no way she's gonna die. So for this regard, Sita, Satta, Satya, Pativrata. Satyabhama. She was completely devoted to Krishna. What did she do? One time, to give benefit to Krishna, Satyabhama, in Dwarka, she gave some donation. She was giving donations in Dwarka. So Satyabhama thought that with this good deed of donation, I will donate jewelries. Then on the same day, Narad Rishi came. Narad Rishi said, you give me some jewelries, donate some jewelries. So she was trying to give donation of the jewelry which was equal to the weight of Krishna. So it was one time Krishna, and one place there was all type of gold, then it was not equal. Then Satyabhama, she put all the gold of all the Sakhis. Then Narad Rishi said, then then so if Krishna is gone, then how will we live? So Narad Rishi said, go. So go and bring one tulsi patta, tulsi leaf, and with some Ganga jal, then all the jewelry will become equal. One time, one place Krishna is sitting on the waiting machine, and other place is Tulsi Mata and Ganga jal, and then it was equal. Pativrata. So by the power of being devoted to husband, we can stabilize the sun, like stop the speed of sun. Pativrata. One was a Brahman, First Brahman. One day Galit Kush Brahman is said to wife, that leprosy Brahman. So in midnight, it was night, and the Satinari, she carried her leprosy husband, and then on the way, Mandaparishi, he was there. It was night time, so they couldn't see Mandaparishi. So the Satinari, she with her husband, so there were some so the dirt from leprosy touched the Mandaparishi, and then he got some skin allergy and he got some bad smell in his body. So Mandaparishi, for this regard, he gave him curse. So whoever has this bad smell and my body has become impure, that person will die with sunrise tomorrow. Then the woman, she said, if I am a chaste woman, then the sun will not rise tomorrow. So Brahma, Devta, the demigods, they got worried, like if the sun will not rise, then how will it work? Then how will the demigods do their duties? So for this reason, in scriptures it is said, in Kali Yuga, can we do fire sacrifice? So this chanting holy names is best. In Kali Yuga, chanting holy names is best. So chanting holy names is the top most fire sacrifice in Kali Yuga. And what did I say? In Kali Yuga, we should chant holy names. Sankirtan. In Kali Yuga, what is the topmost fire sacrifice? Chanting holy names. If you chant holy names, then you get everything. So we should chant holy names. But we are still doing fire sacrifice in this Kali Yuga. Why? Om. So it is the consisting of holy names, that fire sacrifice rituals are consisting of holy names, and we are chanting the holy names in fire sacrifice also. So what is the topmost fire sacrifice? Chanting holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare That's what it is said, that a chaste woman completely devoted to her husband With her power, she can stop the speed of sun. The sun does not rise. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that with the chastity, a woman can stop the sun. So Brahma, then Vishnu, then Vishnu, he came in the front of woman and said that you please break your words. Then I will make your husband alive after his death. So the husband died when the sunrise, and with the good Lord Vishnu with his glance, he made the husband alive again. So exactly like this. If you study Gita, like this chaste woman stopped the speed of sun. Those who study Gita, you get all types of powers manifest in you. Brahma-vidya. 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 Gita. So all types of Tattva Gyan, like Brahma Gyan, all types of knowledge exist in this. Brahma Gyani. What does a Brahma Gyani do? They control their senses. It's exactly like this. If you study Gita, or if you understand Gita, then you get Brahma Gyan, like topmost knowledge and all knowledge. Three sandhya. So for three sandhya, what does it mean? We should chant ahnika mantra, gayatri-mantra 3 times. So early in the morning Brahma Muhurat, and in the afternoon, and in the evening. This is known as 3 sandhya. 1, 2, 3. So the ahnika is known as this 3 sandhya. So we should chant ahnika. So when so 1 hour 36 minutes before sunrise is known as Brahma Muhurat. So the night passes by and the day is coming. At that time is Chandrik sun. In Durga Puja they also observe this time. So between Ashtami and Saptami, when they are colliding together, it is known as Sandhi. Sandhi means the meeting of two things is Sandhi. So when we do Arnik, when we chant mantras, what is the rule to chant this mantra? That Sandhi is the rule. It has to meet. So after sunrise, before sunrise, before sunrise. So before sunrise, 1 hour 36 minutes before sunrise. In Bangla, it's before. That's why I was confused. So in afternoon, so the evening is coming and the day is going. It's like the afternoon time. We chant gayatri-mantra. What time is it? So around 12 o'clock. So Mahaprabhu in Trisandha Arti, in scriptures it is written that we should take bath. We should take bath 3 times also. So you should take a bath in Brahma in afternoon, and after sunset you should also take bath. Yes, after sunset. After sunset you should take bath. And then after taking bath you should chant gayatri-mantra. This is the rules explained in Shastra. This is known as 3 sandhya, like 3 times. 3 sandhya. Sandhya means the meeting of things is known as sandhya. Sandhi, meeting. So when the sun sets, there's a rule. Atampat means when after sunset, the first part of the time is known as after 45 minutes. So you should give at that time. So during 45 minutes after sunrise, the demons after sunset, 45 minutes after sunset, for 45 minutes. In these 45 minutes, we should not do ahnika. Why? Because at that time, demons or bad demigods, what do? They wander in that time. They exist in that time. For this word is said in scriptures. So for 45 minutes after sunset, you should not do ahnika. So if the sun is sitting at 6, sunset is at 6 p.m., then you do ahnika after 6:45. This is explained in scriptures. This is known as sandhi, like so when the day goes, the night comes. And the morning is going away and the afternoon is coming that time. So it is known as sandhi, like the different the time of day are meeting. So this is not 3 sandhya. It's 3 sandhya. So when we chant 3 sandhya, when we get the fruits of it, if you study Bhagavad-gita, you understand Bhagavad-gita, you get those fruits also. Mukta-gaini. So all types of liberations, they come to you. You get all types of liberation. The 4th type of liberation, sarupa. The 5th type of liberation, what is that? There are 5 types of liberation. The 4 types of liberations, devotees, they accept it rarely. They accept it, and the 5th type of bhakti, 5th type of liberation, mukti, they reject it. Sarupa mukti. So he's asking which is the topmost liberation among them. Saloka. Saloka means like going to the abode of God. Salok. Sashti, like having opulence mood towards God and getting happiness. So that is known as Saloka, Shasti. And Sambipa means like, like living near the God. Like you are sitting near me, right? So just like sitting near God, very close to with God. What is that? Sambipa. Sarupa. It's like, what is the form of God? It's a four-limb form. He's holding four things: Shankha, Chakra, Gada. But we don't have that. Shankha, Chakra, mace, and the lotus. But in God's hand, the conch shell is known as Panchajanna Shankha. Is we cannot touch this conch shell. That chakra is in the Sudarshan chakra that he is holding. But you cannot get Sudarshan chakra, you get something else in place of it. He has a mace. What mace is known as? Ummadi mace, Gada, Ummadi Gada. You cannot get that mace. It's only with Vishnu. Padma. The lotus in the hand, it is Kamal. Lotus. Huh? Portuguese. So the conch shell, Shankha, and in God's hand, and he's wearing a cost of money. We don't get this cost of money. You understand? And God's on his chest, there are the signs of. There are some signs on the chest of God. We don't get those on our chest in this type of liberation. So this is expressed in scriptures. For this regard, it's been said what to do. There are four types of liberation. So if you study Gita, then you get all types of liberation. What are the four types of mukti? Saloka, Shasti, Samippa, Sarupa. So some impersonalists, they want Sarujam liberation, like they want to get absorbed with Brahma. So in Bhagavad it is said, I'm giving, but my devotees are rejecting it. I'm giving this type of liberation. So Sadhujamukti, the impersonalists want that. The Mayavadis, they don't want that also.
Mayavadis are aparadhis. Why? Why Mayavadis are aparadhis? Because God has such a beautiful form, and they don't accept this beautiful form of Lord. They say God has no form. This is their offense. has such a beautiful form. And they say Bhagavan has no form. Do you have a form or not? You have hands, you have feet, you have everything. You have such a beautiful form. God has such a beautiful form, and then they are saying God has no form. In this world we can see also. If someone has no eyes, that person is called blind man, blind person. If you call this blind person blind, he won't like it. He won't like it also. If you're like, hey, you're blind man, hey, like swearing, he won't like it, isn't it? Bhagavan has beautiful eyes of lotus. Kamalayan. And you say that God has no eyes, He's blind, He has no form. So that's why Mayavadis are called offenders, aparadhis. This verse explains the beautiful form of Krishna. And people say that he has no form. Nirakar. This is an offense. But if you say what Shastra says that God is Nirakar. But Nirakar has two meanings. It means that the form of Lord cannot be compared to anything else in this world. Arupabat tat pradhana ebahi. Arupabat means there's no other form as like his. It's incomparable. So arupa like no form, but actually the meaning is like no form as like his. So the eyes of Lord are like lotus, but this is not the proper example. Why? Because the lotus in this world, lotus flower, the lotus flower for some time, for 1 or 2 days is beautiful and blossomed, but after, not anymore. So if you have like a garden of lotus flowers, for some time it's beautiful, after some time it start withering and but the eyes of Lord, it's not proper to compare it with the lotus. Why? Because the lotus in this world becomes ugly after some time. Because in this world, everything in this world is changeable and transforming and becoming worse and worse. Degradation. Today is here, tomorrow not anymore. But lotus, the eyes of Lord is transcendental. Actually, the eyes of Lord are transcendental in the spiritual world. Nothing there is transformation, no transformation. In this world, everything is transforming. For example, the milk is there, but after some time, the milk transforms and starts smelling. Everything in this world, everything is transforming and degrading itself. But in the spiritual world, nothing changes form like this, like in this world. So that's why it says, Arupavat. Arupavat. Vedanta explains, but means comparison. When you compare something to something else. But actually you cannot compare God's form with anything material. You cannot compare. Otherwise sometimes it's used just to make us understand, like the Shaka-chandra Bichar. You know, in the Shastra of Logics, it explains that when something is really far away, to make someone very stupid to understand, you need to give some example. For example, imagine a kid who asks his mom, a kid asking his mom, "Mom, where's the moon? Where's the moon?" And the mother will say, "Do you see in our garden, on the tree, do you see the mango tree? So on the branch of the mango tree, the moon is there." Mother will say. So mother shows her kid, the moon is on the branch of the mango tree. But actually the moon is not there. Moon is 1,000 miles far. 3 lakha mile. 30 times 100,000 miles. So Gurudev is telling the distance of the moon to the earth and the sun also. How many? 3 million miles. 3 million miles. Shastra explains the distance between sun and moon from the earth. So the moon is actually very far away, the moon. But just to make a child understand, a child who is ignorant, right? So the mother shows, son, the moon is there on the branch of the tree, to show him. So according to the logic Shastras, the name of this is Shaka-chandra, moon on the branch logic. Shaka-chandra. So why I was discussing this? Oh yeah, Mukti. So the advaitavadis, monists, they think actually advaitavadis and Mayavadis are not the same. You should understand this. Advaitavadis, they accept the form of God, but still they want to merge in the effulgence of God, because they want to merge in the effulgence of Lord, but they accept the form of God. Advaitavadis, they accept Bhagavan. Monists, but they want to merge in the effulgence of God. But Mayavadis, they're different. What is their fault? They don't even accept the form of God. This is an offense. Mayavadis. So this is the difference between Advaitavadis and Mayavadis. Mayavadis, they say everything is Maya, illusion. Brahma is covered by Maya and is manifested as Jiva. That's why they say Jiva Brahma. Jiva is actually Brahma covered by Maya. But they say this. This Tattva Siddhanta is not proper. This is an Apasiddhanta, means it's a wrong conception. Because Maya can never cover Brahma, never, ever. Do you understand? Just like a cloud cannot cover the sun, because the sun is so great and the cloud is small. A small thing can never cover something which is gigantic. This is the Siddhanta. Just because we cannot see, because of our limited vision, we cannot see the big sun. We see only partly. That's why it seems like the cloud is covering the sun. It seems like this cloud is covering the sun, but this is because of our angle of vision. Because the sun is so gigantic. And a cloud is actually covering a part of the sun. And we cannot see the sun from where we are. This is the Tata Siddhanta. Understand? In the same way, Maya never ever can cover Brahma. Why? Brahma means Brihat, great, big. How Maya could cover something that is so great, like Brahma? No. If your clothes is smaller than your body, it cannot cover your body or doesn't fit. So, a thing which is big will cover something which is small. So, for example, your clothes cover your body because they are bigger than your body. So, a thing which is smaller cannot cover something which is bigger. This is the conclusions. So, Maya is bigger than Brahma, or Brahma is bigger than Maya? Brahma is bigger than Maya. Actually, the word Brahma in Sanskrit means Brihan Dhatu, comes from this verbal root, which means big. Brihat. So in this way, Shankaracharya manifested the Mayavadi philosophy. This is actually without any logic, this philosophy, Mayavadi philosophy, saying that the Jiva is actually Brahma. Because the Jiva, the soul, can never be God, never be Brahma. Because this philosophy says that Brahma was covered by Maya. Another name of the Gita is Ardhamatra. Ardhamatra means Ardhamatra and Chidananda, another name. So there are two parts of the shloka of the Gita, the upper part and lower part. So the shloka has two lines. A shloka from Gita has two lines. A shloka has two lines. Any shloka from Gita. If you recite only half of shloka, you also get benefit, because Ardha Matra means half. The word Ardha Matra means only half. So the meaning of this name is that if you recite only half of the shloka of the Gita, still you get all the benefit. So next name of the Gita, Chidananda, transcendental, meaning transcendental, because the Gita is the words of God. Gita are the words of God. Is the sound incarnation, Vanmaya Murti of Shri Krishna. Means it's the incarnation of Lord in words. Vanmaya Murti. Gita is directly the incarnation of the words of Lord. Those who say, like for example, God has no form. But in the Gita is full of Sri Bhagavan uvacha. God says, God says, God says. So Bhagavan has a form, of course. When you speak, it means because you have a mouth. So if in the Gita is saying God says, Bhagavan uvacha, God says, means God has a mouth, He has a form. In the scripture sometimes it says that God has no feet, no legs, but He walks. So how can you understand the statement? God has no feet, but He walks. Because sometimes in Shastra, in the shlokas that you see, that says that God walks without having feet. What is the meaning? He has transcendental feet. One thing is having a material feet, another thing is having transcendental feet. Shastra explains. In Sanskrit, it's like this. He has no feet, but He walks. What is the meaning? Which feet He has? Transcendental feet. So to understand the meaning of the scriptures, you need to take into consideration two things. To understand the meaning of the scriptures. Direct and indirect meaning of the words. Lakshana-vritti, abhidha-vritti. Abhidha-vritti and lakshana-vritti, it's called. When you understand directly or indirectly the meaning of the words. One is abhidha-vritti and another is lakshana-vritti. Abhidha-vritti means direct meaning of the words. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is direct meaning of the words. Abhidha-vritti, the direct meaning provided by these words. But lakshana-vritti, indirectly. For example, when you don't say your name directly, but you describe your clothes and your characteristics, your features, then we can understand we are discussing about you because we're discussing your features. For example, one person is sitting here wearing black coat. Everyone is looking. Who is wearing a black coat? There's one person here who is wearing a black coat. Everyone's looking. Who is wearing a black coat? Who's wearing? So you describe the clothes of the person, the features of the person. Then you understand, oh, that person he's talking about. For example, Gangayam Goshapali. Goshpali means the village of the milkmaids, milkermen, is in the Ganga. But there's no village inside the Ganges. It's not possible. So how to understand the meaning of this statement is they live on the banks of the Ganges, of course. Because is there anyone who built house inside the water? The houses are on the banks of the river. So in Sanskrit, this example is given. Gangayam Goshapali. The village of the milkmen are in the Ganges. But the meaning is on the banks of the Ganges. On the banks. Poli means village. The village of the milkman. Goshapali means village of milkmen. Gosh means milkman. Poli means village. So Goshpali means village of the milkman. So someone who sells milk. Where is their village? On the banks of the Ganges. But you don't say they live on the banks of the Ganges, you just say they live in the Ganges. Gangayam Goshapali. And you have to understand, of course, means on the banks. Because no one can make a village inside the Ganges, of course. It's on the bank. It's on the bank, on the shore. In the same way, in Sanskrit, there are two ways of understanding the meaning of the scriptures. One is abhidha-vritti, direct meaning, and another lakshana-vritti, which is indirect meaning, according to Sanskrit knowledge. So, what I was talking about? Oh yeah, the form of Lord. Bhagavan has no feet. Suppose the scripture says sometimes God has no feet, but he walks. So what is the meaning? Which kind of feet does he have? Transcendental feet. So there is transcendental feet and material. For example, prakrit means material, aprakrit transcendental. So how can he walk without having feet? He has feet, but transcendental feet. Aprakrit pad, transcendental feet. This verse explains. Apani pado. He has no feet, but he walks. You know the story of the two Brahmanas? Chota Vipra and Bada Vipra means the younger Brahmana and the older Brahmana. Younger Brahmana and older Brahmana, the story. They came to Vrindavan, and the younger Brahmana pleased the older Brahmana with his seva, because he took a good care of him. Older Brahmana said, I'm very happy with you. So, I want to give you a benediction. Which one? The older Brahmana told the younger Brahmana, I have a beautiful daughter, and I want you to marry my daughter. Ramachandra became happy or not? Oh, oh. Nice. So, the younger Brahman but he was from a caste, lower caste. This Brahman was from a lower caste. And the older Brahmana was a high-class Brahmin. The lower Brahmin from a lower caste, the younger, he said, you are from a higher caste. How can you give your daughter to me to marry me? It's not possible. Why not? Because your wife, your son, they won't accept this marriage, this wedding. But the older Brahmana said, it's my daughter, I will give her to you. Whatever my wife and son says, doesn't matter. You have served me, I became pleased. So, I want to give my daughter to you, to marry you. In before old times, there was kanyadan, giving of the daughter, but nowadays not anymore. Nowadays, it's not like this anymore, donation of the daughter to someone. Before was kanyadan, you give donation of your own daughter. But nowadays, people choose Nowadays, not like giving before. You choose if you like one boy, and then you tell your father, oh, I want to marry him like this, and then. But before it wasn't like this. Like you choose yourself, basically nowadays. Before, the parents would decide, arrange marriage, and then after the bride and groom would meet each other. Nowadays, it's not a kanyadan anymore. Donation of daughter. Just he's saying, Prabhu is saying, the daughter is choosing. Gurudev says, yeah, and the boy also, the groom also chooses. Anyway, so younger Brahmana said, if you give your daughter to me, will your son and wife accept? Because how a wedding takes place? If the parents and family, the Brahmana, they have to accept, they have to agree consent, then a wedding takes place. In Kali Yuga, this doesn't happen also. In Kali Yuga, it's like love marriage, like you yourself, you choose. If you like, then you choose the girl or boy to marry you. Before the weddings, first check the Janmapatri, means birth chart, first. How many lagnas, how many points of matching the two persons have. Like if you check the birth chart, matching the birth chart of groom and bride, like sinastria astrológica, mapa astral. So you check the points, how many points of the birth chart. You count the points of the birth chart, matching towards each other. Who will see today the birth chart? Who? Isn't it? No. Sorry, Gurudev?
Not looking as past. All past are saying these things.
So he said, your wife, your son won't accept because of our caste difference. But the older Brahmana said, it's my daughter, I want her to marry you. The younger Brahmana thought, okay, so let's do one thing. I want you to promise this in front of Gopal, the deity. You should promise in front of Gopal. So they are Brahmanas of South India. Because when you come back to South India, maybe you'll forget your vow. Or maybe I'll tell you. So the younger Brahman said, maybe you'll forget that you promised me this, or maybe your family will try to convince you otherwise. So I want you to promise this in front of the deity. The Thakurji is the witness. The older Brahmana said, okay, Gopal, in front of the deity, hey Gopal, I promise I will give my daughter to marry this younger Brahman. So he made a vow. So he came back home, they came back home, younger Brahmana and older Brahmana. Older Brahman, he told his wife and his son, oh, the younger Brahmana has served me a lot, so I want to give my daughter to him as donation, means wedding, marriage. Hearing this, everyone from his family said, you became crazy? Did you go crazy, get mad? Have you gone mad? We are Brahmins from high class. And this younger Brahmin, he is from low caste. How can he marry our daughter? No, it's impossible. Otherwise I'll take poison, she said. Wife said, if you do this, I'll kill myself. The wife said, have you gone mad? You've gone completely mad. And the son said, I will kill myself drinking poison. I'll kill myself if you do this, oh my father. So what to do? So the Brahmana was thinking, but I gave my word to the younger Brahman. And I have made a vow in front of Gopal. The deity is the Sakshi, the witness. So all the family members of the older Brahmana told him, when the younger Brahmana comes, we'll beat him with sticks. And you tell that he gave you to eat like dotura or something intoxicant. You tell your family member telling the older Brahmana. When the younger Brahmana comes to complain, you just tell that he gave you intoxication in Vrindavan that time. And at that time you told this, but actually had intoxicated you. A dwarf can get to the moon? No. A dwarf can never get to the moon. So this Brahman is from low caste and wants to get married to a daughter from a high class Brahmin family. So they had this plan fixed. So 1 month, 2 months passed, 3 months passed. All the Brahmana didn't speak anything, and the younger Brahmana was thinking. He said he would give his daughter to me. Already 3 months have passed, and I didn't hear anything from him. So the younger Brahman came to the house of the older Brahmana and said, what will happen? Like your daughter getting married to me, remember? Then the son of the older Brahmana came with a stick ready to beat the younger Brahmin. You were a dwarf and you want to get to the moon? So the poor boy, like the lower Brahman, was thinking, it's not that I want to marry her. It's because he promised in front of the deity. He made a promise in front of the deity. So the evidence is there. So the younger Brahmana called everyone from the village for like an assembly, like a discussion. And he said, the older Brahmin had promised me in front of the deity that he would give his daughter to me. Then the older Brahmana was thinking what to do. Older Brahmana said, I became old, I don't even remember what I said, I became old. But he hadn't forgotten, he remembered everything, but he told us he had forgotten. I don't even know what I say. I forgot. The villagers said, okay. So, if Gopal comes from Vrindavan until here to give witness, to bear witness, then this is proper evidence. Then the older Brahmin, the son of older Brahmana, and the wife thought, Thakurji won't walk from so far, 2,000 kilometers far, Vrindavan until South India. 1,500 to 1,000 kilometers. So many kilometers. If the deity comes here and bear witness, then the older Brahman's daughter will marry you. Younger Brahmana said, okay, I'll go to Vrindavan. So once more, younger Brahmana came to Vrindavan and prayed to Gopal. He was praying to Gopal, hey Gopal, let's go. Gopal said, do you think I can walk? Then his younger Brahmana said, if you cannot walk, how come you can speak? Those who can speak can walk as well. So if you are speaking means you can walk. Thakurji Gopal said, okay. give me some sweet rice. Swasid means how much quantity? 1 kilo and 250 grams. Give me 1 kilo and 250 grams of sweet rice, and then offer to me, and then I can go. That's a long way, no? I need to have full belly. For walking a long distance, you need to be well fed. So there was a Ekadasi, and then did Nirjala. And on Dwadasi day, you ate delicious khichdi. Then you're feeling fed. So Thakurji said, younger Brahmana, do one thing. Offer to me this sweet rice, okay? And one more thing. You walk in front, and I'll walk behind you. Younger Brahmana was thinking, how do I know if the deity is really coming behind me? Then Gopal said, I have anklets in my ankles, given by Mother Jashoda. So you hear the anklet sound of my anklets, Urunu Junu. And then you'll know that I'm walking behind you. But if you look back to see me, I won't walk further. I'll just stop there. Younger Brahmana said, okay, let's go. So the younger Brahmana was walking in front, and Gopal came behind, Runjun, Runjun, his anklets making the sound. So they came near the village. Younger Brahmana was thinking. Younger Brahmana thought, have we really reached our village or no? This sound was really from the deity? So he looked back. And the village was already like only 1 kilometer far, their village in South India. If Thakurji stops walking, at least here the villagers can come and see, because it's really close by. So when they came really close to the village, younger Brahmana looked back and saw that Gopal was there, and Gopal smiled and stopped moving. Gopal said, I'll not walk further. And then younger Brahmana said, okay, stay here, no problem. I'll call the villagers until here. So Gopal, hearing that Gopal had come from Vrindavana, thousands of villagers came. And to see directly how Gopal came from Vrindavana until here, just to bear witness. The story of Sakshi Gopal Upakhan, was explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is to explain that God walks, God speaks, God has a transcendental form, and the feet of God is transcendental feet. Lord, Shalagram, everything, they walk, but with transcendental feet. Mother Shachi and Jagannatha Mishra, they put Shalagram to sleep, and early in the morning when they woke up, Jagannatha Mishra and Shachi Mata, they put Shalagram to sleep. And the next day in the morning they saw beautiful footprints on the floor. Mother Shachi, she has pure Vatsalya love. So she was thinking, oh, Thakurji is walking. Shachi Mata. And Jagannatha Mishra agreed. Yes. Yesterday I heard a sound from anklets from the altar. Mother Shachi thought, so this anklet sound is coming from where? From the Shalagram. She was thinking, certainly Gopal is in our house. But actually, who was walking in her house? It was Nimai, actually. The footprints had to come from Nimai. So Shastra explains. transcendental feet. Can I tell? So Lord has transcendental feet. So the Shastra can be, many of the scriptures can be established by abhidha-vritti and lakshana-vritti. Pode conectar no Wi-Fi. Ajuda. The Mayavadis, they don't accept this. That's why they are offenders. God has such a beautiful form. And they say that this form doesn't exist. God has no form, no qualities. So what about this form that you see? This is imaginary deity. This is not imaginary. It's God Himself. That He is manifests His transcendental form. We think this deity is made of this, made of that. These are material conception. But with transcendental intelligence, actually we understand that the deity is self-manifested. To see the sweetness of the love of his devotees, Bhagavan himself manifests. That's why Gopala Goswami had his deity that he used to serve, Radha Raman. Actually, Gopala Goswami, when he was in South India, he went to the Gandaki Nadi, the river Gandaki, and he was thinking about Mahaprabhu, Gopala Goswami. And then he was having a bath in the river Gandaki. And then he saw in his hand a big shalagram in the river, came in his hand. So he brought the shalagram, came to Vrindavan, and doing his bhajan and serving shalagram. Shalagram is like a rasgulla, is like a round shape. Doesn't have hands, no feet. So he was serving shalagram, offering tulsi leaves and sandalwood paste, and thinking about Mahaprabhu. Gopala Goswami, in his childhood, he received the love and affection of Mahaprabhu when he was a kid. So in the time of Julan Purnima, the full moon of the swing festivals, the Brijabasis, they ornament their deity with beautiful clothes and everything. Radha and Krishna are beautiful ornamented in the time of swing festival. You understand? Julan Purnima is the time of the disappearance of Rupa Goswami. Conecta no meu. So Gopala Goswami was thinking, my deity is a rasagula. It's round shape. I cannot put clothes on him. Understand? So he was crying and crying. So Mahaprabhu, Gopala Goswami had so much attachment for Mahaprabhu, so much attachment. When Gopala Goswami was 5 years old, 3 or 5 years old, at that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to his house. Gopala Bhatta Goswami stayed 4 months. 4 months there. Gopala Bhatta Goswami was small, and he used to serve Mahaprabhu's lotus feet at that time. Mahaprabhu, like whatever Mahaprabhu was, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was also present because he was very dear to Mahaprabhu, even though he was small. Mahaprabhu used to have so much affection for him. The life history of Gopal Bhatta Goswami is so beautiful. After 4 months, when the Chaturmasya was over, Mahaprabhu said, "I'm going." Gopal Bhatta Goswami says, "Take me with you." Mahaprabhu said, "No. Stay here. Your parents, when they give up their body, then you can go to Vrindavan and stay with Rup Sanatan there." Mahaprabhu gave instructions to him. Gopala Bhatta Goswami, therefore, stayed in his house. One more thing Mahaprabhu told him. Told two things Mahaprabhu to Gopala Bhatta Goswami. Don't get married. Don't come under the... If you fall in love with a girl, then everything is over for you. Do you want to get married? No. So don't look at girls if you don't want to marry. Otherwise, finish. If you fall under the charms or control of a woman, then finish. Se gostar da mulher, se apaixonar, ficar na mão de uma mulher. So don't marry. Mahaprabhu told him, don't marry and serve your parents. After your parents give up their body, then you go to Vrindavan, stay with Rup Sanatan. And Mahaprabhu disappeared. As Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he hadn't had so much physical association of Mahaprabhu. So that's why he used to suffer in separation so much of Mahaprabhu. Crying and crying. Oh, Mahaprabhu left. Then the shalagram he got. So he used to serve the shalagram shila that he got in the river Gandaki and thinking about Mahaprabhu, feeling separation and crying. So in the time of the Julan Purnima, swing festival pastimes, the Brajavasis perform a beautiful festival. And they serve a lot the deity. Beautiful ornaments, decoration. Since Ekadasi until the full moon, especially. Baladev Purnima. The Brajavasi at that time, they ornament and decorate everything, the house, the deity. Gopal Bhatta Goswami was thinking, my deity is a round shape, rasgulla. How can I ornament my deity? And chanting holy names. So he was having the darshan of the Lord in his heart. So from the shalagram, the Tribhanga Lalita deity manifested. Radharaman. Radharaman manifested from the shalagram Shila. So until now, the deity is there in Vrindavan. Until now, the deity is served by Gopala Bhatta Goswami. You can see the shalagram still in the back of the Radharaman. So the deity is Sata Prakash, means self-manifested deity. It's not manifested by or built by a human being. Have you been to Vrindavan? Have you seen Gopala Bhatta Goswami and Radharaman? Didn't have darshan of Radharaman. So the deity there is Tribangalarit. And also there are two teeth in Radharaman. Have you seen teeth anywhere else in any deity? But you see in Radharaman. In Vrindavan, in Radharaman, Thakurji, she's smiling. He's smiling, Krishna, Radharaman, and you can see his teeth. And until now, on the back of Radharaman, there's still the shalagram. Why I'm saying this? The deity is self-manifest, naturally manifest, self-manifest. But we have material conception, material eyes. So you're thinking, oh, it's made of this, this and that. Vigraha Tata. Actually, Swayam Bhagavan, God Himself, eager to, God sees the desire that the devotee has to serve Him. So God appears as a deity, seeing the desire, special agraha, desire to serve. Vigraha, seeing the desire to serve of His devotee, God manifests. One thing is agraha, having desire to serve. Another thing is galagraha. You know, galagraha is like a thorn in your throat. When you see the deity, you want to serve the deity. But then when you start serving, you see that's very hard, because you have to offer 5 times per day food to the deity and do arati 3 times. No, sorry, changing clothes 3 times. Do you have time for that? If 1 time per day is already too much for you. Sometimes they change 1 time per month the clothes of the deity. Even the cloth is already dirty because it's so much long time on the deity. In Tota Gopinath himself told Gurudev, look, this pujari, it's been 3 days. I'm wearing a dirty cloth full of holes in my cloth. There were holes in the cloth of Tota Gopinath. For 3 days the pujari kept me with this dirty cloth. Do you understand? Narayana Maharaj had brought from Mathura new clothes, deity cloth. So the next day, early in the morning, Srila Gurudev, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, Srila Vamana Maharaj went to Tota Gopinath and said, oh, look, I brought this cloth from Mathura. So Narayana Maharaj said, I brought for Tota Gopinath a cloth from Mathura. This is a true event. This is true. Okay, let's have darshan. So Trivikrama Maharaj, Srila Vamana Maharaj, and Srila Narayana Maharaj, they went to the Tota Gopinath temple. They went and saw that really Thakurji was wearing a dirty cloth, and they asked the pujari, for how many days the deity is wearing this cloth? For 3 days. Why? Because I'm sick. Pujari said, I'm sick. That's why for 3 days I haven't changed the cloth of the deity. For 3 days. So the Thakurji had told in the dream of Srila Maharaj, there were 3 or 4 places with holes in the cloth of the deity. Then Gurudev had already brought cloth from Mathura. So I put this cloth in the deity. And today there will be the offering of the bhog to the deity. The money I will give for all the food of the deity today. Gurudev told Srila Maharaj. For 1 day of seva, all the expenses Gurudev paid in Tota Gopinath. So the deity will ask things from his devotees. But for the non-devotees, the deity is silent. But for the devotees, God asks and says, serve me like this and that. God does not want anything from the non-devotees, but for the devotees, God is asking things. So the deity is conscious, transcendental. The Mayavadis, they also serve the deity. But they don't accept that the deity is transcendental. They think it's stone or just for us to meditate. Now, let's use this deity just to help in the meditation. But no. The deity is directly the form of God. The deity manifests from the heart, the lotus heart of the devotee. That's where the deity actually manifests. The deity is what the devotees want to see the Lord in a specific way, and then God manifests in front of them in that way. For example, in front of the devotees who have dasaras, God appears as Narayana in Vaikuntha with 4 arms, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. The devotees who are in Madhurya Ras, they see Krishna with 2 arms playing the flute. God manifests his form in front of the devotees according to their mood. Shastra explains, you are not a deity, you are directly the son of Nanda Maharaj. Mahaprabhu told this to Jagannath. You are not a deity, you are directly the son of Nanda Maharaj. That mood that you have for God, God will appear in front of you in that form you want to see. Gurudeva told one thing. In the time of Ratha Yatra, everyone goes to Ratha Yatra in Puri to see Jagannath. Everyone was in the temple of Jagannatha to see Jagannath. So this old lady came also to see Jagannath in the temple. But this old lady could not see Jagannath. She saw only. She said, where is Jagannath? There's Jagannath. Everyone said, look, Thakur is there. On the altar. Oh, I cannot see him. She said, why are you seeing? I just see a goat. I see a goat. Goat. I see a goat. She said, why? Because the old lady had a goat. You know, with the beard, you know, the goat animal. So that old lady came to the Jagannath temple, but she was thinking about her goat, thinking about the goat. Bhagavan said, how can I give darshan to you? You'll see me as a goat then. Nah, nah, nah. So Shastra explains, whatever mood you have in the time of sadhana, you'll get, like whatever mood you have when you come to the temple, you come to see God, God will show himself to you in that way. So that old lady was thinking about her goat. Where's my goat? My goat, what is he eating? Oh, my goat. Like a lusty person only see lust everywhere. Whatever mood you have, whatever mood you come to Bhagavan, you'll see God in that same mood. So yeah, you can think to see me thinking about a goat, so you'll not see my form, you'll see just a goat. But Bhagavan has a beautiful form. So you have to come to the temple with a pure mind, pure heart, following all the rules and regulations, and come to the temple. If you drink alcohol or eat meat and come to the temple, God will not give you darshan. There are many Hindus, they don't come to the temple. Why not? So they say, oh, I ate meat today, so I cannot go to the temple because I just ate meat. I think we were in Suriname. Do you remember in Suriname? There was a temple. You went to Suriname? The temple, Hindu temple? One day we were doing this program in the temple, Hindu temple. So Monday and Tuesday people would come. Why don't you come other days? Because only Monday and Tuesday we don't eat meat, that's why we come to the temple. The other days we eat meat, so we don't come to the temple the other days. Yeah, we eat meat in the other days. Monday and Tuesday they were coming. So in Suriname, did you go there? On the So people are coming only these 2 days of the week. Why you come only these days? Because in other days we eat meat. But on Tuesday we don't eat. And Monday also. So when did you eat? Yesterday, so I still have it in my belly, the meat, so. The Sahajis, they speak into these things. Because already ate the meat, already digest the food, already the meat already was like eliminated by feces. So now I took a shower, I'm clean to go to the temple. So they eat only in the night, this meat, not during the day. Otherwise, if they go in the temple that same day, the meat will still be in their belly. They understand everything, but they don't. It's very hard for them to follow. They know everything. They're not foolish. They're all pandits. They know everything. But to follow is hard. We know everything. What is pious deeds? What is good? What is bad? What is a sinful activity? No one is ignorant or foolish. Ignorant. You are a human being in India. You're not foolish. You are pandit. You know everything. But to follow is hard. These are the plays of Maya. Like a game of Maya. Everyone knows what is pious deeds, sinful activities, but it's very hard to follow. Do you understand? So should I finish or no? Did we finish all the names of the Gita? Bhavagni means all the material bondages are destroyed. What is the meaning of bhava? From the verbal roots bhu, the word bhava comes. Means to take birth again and again. This is bhava. Bhavagni means the destruction of the cycle of reincarnation. So if you read the Gita, you don't need to take birth again in this material world. So one of the names of the Gita is Bhavagni. Bhavagna. Bhavagni. 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 No, it comes from the word Bhavagna, Bhavagni. The Gita. Bhranti Nashini, destruction. She destroys all illusions. Bhranti Nashini. Vedatrai, another name. It's one verse of the Gita saying how the Vedas speak about the three modes of material nature, but we should become nirgun. In the Vedas, there's a discussion about karma kanda, jnana kanda, and bhakti kanda. We should give up karma kanda and jnana kanda and only take shelter of bhakti. The Vedas explain about karma kanda and jnana kanda. We should give up these both and should take shelter only of bhakti kanda, the bhakti section of the Vedas. Why Vedas explain about karma kanda and jnana kanda? Some people have taste for these things and then they will be inspired to follow these things. If you don't inspire that person to do whatever he likes, then it will be bad for him. In the Gita, God told, Na buddhi bedam janishu. If someone wants to do karma, inspire him to do more karma. Then, doing karma again and again, when he'll become tired, then he'll give up karma. But if now you tell him to give up karma, he won't give up. It will be the opposite result. So in the Gita, Bhagavan said, Na buddhi bedam janeshu. So you want to marry and die? When your wife chastises you, then you understand. When your wife beats you, then you understand. Yes. So when God gives you this power, then automatically you give up. If I tell 1,000 times, nothing will happen. Like to give up marriage life. 1,000 times giving instruction doesn't make any difference. So go, die in the marriage. Go, get married and die. Do you want to get married? So get married. So when it will be a huge mess and terrible, then you understand. And even when everything goes wrong, still you don't want to give up. Why? You don't have the mercy of Lord to do that. So marriage is very bad. Shadi barbadi. Like marriage is a very bad thing. Like a destruction. So you want? Okay, go. But if I prohibit you, then you'll become vyabhichari. You'll not follow the rules properly. So Shastra explains. According to the eligibility of that person, you have to give instructions accordingly. When the sukriti of the person is accumulated and the person gets the mercy of Lord, then automatically the person will give up everything. So there's a sloka in the Gita, Na buddhi bedam janeshu. Don't tell him, don't do this, don't do that. One time you say, 2 times you said, but don't say more. But because he'll not hear, so. If you want to jump in the fire, then jump. Then when you burn, then you understand. I didn't understand, he said. So there's a fire burning somewhere. If someone says, I'll jump in the fire. Imagine a kid saying, Mom, I'll jump in the fire. Someone is jumping in the fire and someone falls in the fire. The body will be burned. Jump in the fire, your body will be burned. Will be burned in the fire. So sometimes a mother holds, like the kid is trying to put his hand in the fire, suppose. Mother is trying to say, don't do. But kid doesn't listen, so the mother takes the hand of the child and puts in the fire, a little bit. And then the kid burns his hand a little bit and understands, oh my God, it's very hot. Then one time he'll burn a little bit, and then the kid will understand, oh, fire burned, so the kid will not anymore try to put his hand in the fire. So do whatever you want. Do as you want. When you get the mercy of Bhagavan, then naturally you give up everything. Isn't it? Para Ananda means if you read the Gita, you get the topmost bliss. Paramananda. Tattvartha, if you read the Gita, all tattvas. Parananda. Tattvartha. Tattvartha means all the tattvas are in the Gita. Actually, all the truths, tattva, are in the Gita. Everything is in the Gita. For example, prakriti-bad, against materialism. Gita explains. In the Gita, you can find arguments against all the other philosophies, and only bhakti is established in the Gita. Become my devotee. If you cannot not become my devotee, at least worship me, mad bhakta, mad dhyaji. But I don't have time to worship. So what to do? Man namaskuru, do pranams one time to me. So need time to do that, right? If you need to go to school, I don't have time to worship you. I don't have time for archan. I don't have time to become a devotee and to do bhakti, because bhakti means service. I don't have time to serve Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, okay, so do one thing. Worship me then. But need like a flower, need this and that. 3 hours. Archana, ringing the bell. I don't have time. So what to do? Bhagavan says in the end, Man namaskuru, just do one time pranam to me, folding your hands. Just do one time pranam and you don't need to come back to this material world. Jnana Manjari, that's the name of the Gita. Manjaris are very soft, tender. You know Tulsi Manjari, the leaves, small leaves and flower. So if your heart becomes very soft. These are the 18 names of the Bhagavad-gita. I described briefly. Gaura Premanand. Yes, in English you can find all this 18 names of the Gita. He's saying that he saw with the name Saraswati instead of Savitri.